Liam, thank you for talking to us. The club made the decision today to part company with Liam Manning and his coaching team. Can you talk us through the last 24 hours and what went into the decision to part company with Liam?
Yeah, sure. Look, in an incredibly tough last 24 hours, Liam Manning and his staff are people that we think incredibly highly of. Their dedication and their commitment so far to these roles is not in question. Obviously, what we achieved last year was quite incredible, but we have to take stock of where we are, and ultimately the league position is unacceptable. And therefore, we've made the decision to change the leadership, change the coaching staff to try and make an impact to improve results and address the position that we're in.
Buck tends to stop with the head coach in these decisions, but I know from a club we spoke to the chairman as well, and there's a lot of accountability in terms of all that's gone on this season that's contributed to this point. What do you put down? Where pointing fingers, but what do you put down to? What do you put this season down to at the moment?
Yeah, look. The bottom line collectively is we're almost halfway through the season. We're second bottom in the league, and as it stands, we're relegated. So we have to own that situation. We have to collectively take accountability, and I'm talking about everybody on and off the pitch has to improve, and we have to improve quickly. There has to be a shift in mentality to know that we need results in and amongst all the good development work that we do on the pitch. We have to now find a way to win games. Look, there is learning in these processes from everything from recruitment to the way we set the team up to the way that we develop players. All these things are being looked at continuously. But I have to send a really clear message to everybody that we have to up our game and we have to do better to address the position that we're in. Now, rest assured that that impact is coming. Obviously, a new head coach will also bring their added version of culture, their input as well, which we're looking forward to. That process is now underway to find somebody to do that. But we're certainly aware of where we are, and the belief, I think, and the potential is there to do better and to get out of this mess. But it's not just going to happen. It's going to take real hard work and ownership of the position that we're in to do better.
You touched on finding your job now to find the next head coach, the next leader for this group. Are you putting timescales on it? Do you have any idea in terms of how long this will take? Conscious that we're in the middle of a season and games are coming thick and fast. So can you give fans a bit of an idea of what's happening now, what's happening next in terms of the recruitment of a new head coach?
Yeah, sure. I'm personally really clear in the profile that I'd like to come in, make an impact. So that helps because we certainly understand the situation that we're in, whereas previously, the writing's on the wall in terms of what we need, and we need impact, we need leadership. So I'm aware of those things. I've got an idea of where we're going to go in terms of the process. These things are extremely difficult to put a time frame on because you just don't know what kind of barriers are going to be in front of you in terms of these people, but I've got an idea. So we will move as quickly as we can because we're not going to waste any time. The games are coming thick and fast. It's a really important period going into January. So yeah, look, it will take as long as it takes. That's what I said last time, but it's true because we're going to get the right person for this role.
And in the interim, someone like Dean Lewington to lean on, who has been in this position before for us, and someone who very much still wants to concentrate on his playing career, but his experience and his knowledge of this football club and his care for this football club is invaluable at a time like this, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Look, we also can't take this for granted. Dean stepped in again. And he does it without hesitation, and I'm incredibly thankful for him because he's obviously just recently suffered an injury which is going to keep him out for a little period of time. So we're fortunate in a way that he can provide the leadership that we need in the interim until we find somebody. So he will take care of the immediate short-term needs of the first team, as at the same time going through his own rehab process for the injury. So we're extremely thankful for him, and as previous, that kind of buys us the key time that we need to find the right person.
And you did address the situation we're in, and as things stand, we are in the relegation zone halfway through the season, but there is still half a season left, and with change comes opportunity. And I suppose now, and I'm sure the fans will hope this is the case, this can be a turning point, can't it? If we, as you said, if people start taking accountability and we address where we are and we own where we are, there's a real chance we can turn this around, isn't there?
Absolutely. Change presents that opportunity. That's ultimately the reason we made the decision, because we think that there's an impact to be made. The potential of this group is a lot higher than what we're seeing. What we need to do is find a way to, bring out that potential really quickly, because we need results now. So whilst I know this group is capable of better, I'm not just going to sit here and expect it to happen. We have to actively own the situation. The players, the staff, everybody needs to reflect on where we are and bring more and do more, and then we'll achieve more. So I absolutely share the optimism, but we need to start working right now. Do you know what I mean? It's not just going to happen. So absolutely, change is an opportunity. So we'll look forward to the impact that hopefully we can make in the short term and start to see our situation improving, because that is what everybody wants. We're all on the same page with regards to that. And we have to start doing it quickly. One of the difficult things in this process in the last 24 hours has been the performances are not a million miles away, and that's been the case for a few weeks now. You think about things that we measure in terms of outshooting the opposition, higher quality of chances, all that stuff has been there. But there comes a time when you have to think about all the intangibles as well, things like conviction and personality and belief, and those are the things that we're falling short on at the minute. So the message to everybody is that we can't feel sorry for ourselves. We are in this position because of us, and January is an opportunity to add a bit of quality and obviously some new faces, but it's not going to be the big fix. We have to do that. The people in the building have to address that. And that's what we're going to be working towards. Now, I've got belief that everybody's up for it. I don't see, I'm not walking around the corridors and seeing sad faces. I'm seeing a pretty strong culture that's been left by the previous management. But we need to start getting results. So that is the focus, and that's what we need to take forward.
And what would be your message then to the supporters who, for a number of reasons, are disappointed this year with things that have gone on the pitch and off the pitch, a lot of frustration, some discontent? What would be your message to them today as we sit here, looking ahead to hopefully, like you said, better times?
Yeah, look, first of all, thank them for their patience, because we are a club that give managers as long as possible. I think we did that with Liam. We gave him 20 games of the League One season, whilst I understand what they've been seeing for that chunk of time hasn't probably been their expectation. So I thank them for the patience, and then just, we've got to stick together. The periods of games where we have been on top, Saturday was an example of that. Second half, Burton was an example where I think the guys can see what's coming, and their support in those moments has been really, really key. I think, the effect they had in us scoring late on against Burton was really important. So we need all of that, and then we internally, the players, need to give them it back to, so they can start to see the green shoots of recovery and see us getting out of this mess, because there's over half a season to go, and if we all get it right, then we can get out of it for sure.